Hi everyone, good afternoon. Today we will be discussing an essential topic in the digital world, and that is media literacy. We will explore what media and media literacy are, the impact of social media, and how can we integrate media literacy in education. Let's begin. You see, media is all around us, and it includes all electronic, digital, print, and artistic platforms used to communicate messages. It can be categorized into different forms, such as print media for reading, visual media for seeing, audio media for hearing, and interactive media for engagement. So basically, it includes newspapers, televisions, radio, the internet, um, social media, and even advertisements. So basically, media is any way that we receive or share information that counts as media. And it can be in a form of text, messages, sounds, or interactive content. Now, media, it plays a crucial role in education and even in active learning strategies such as discussions and case studies. Now, it media it keeps us informed, it entertains us, and it helps us communicate with others. And in education, it media is a powerful tool that makes learning more engaging and interactive. So now let's proceed with media literacy. What is media literacy? Well, media literacy it is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, and create media. It helps individuals interpret messages from various sources, including, as what I've mentioned earlier, television, radio, the internet, and newspapers, even video games. So basically, when we say media literacy, it is the skill of understanding and using media wisely. It helps us analyze what we hear, what we see, and what we read so that we don't get tricked by those by we don't get tricked by misinformation and biased contents. Now, in today's world, we are surrounded by so much information that is truth that is the truth, and media literacy here it teaches us how to separate facts from fake news, recognize different opinions, and of course how to create media responsibly. And that is why media literacy is really an important skill that should be taught in schools and be applied in our daily lives. Well, there are lots of roles that media literacy play. For instance, it helps individual think critically about the information they receive. So, if through media literacy, we learn to question the messages that we received, and is it logical? Is it based on opinions or facts, or is it manipulated? Now, this skill will help us in avoiding misinformation and fake news. And aside from that, with media literacy, it can help individuals recognize different perspectives in media content. It is because every media messages comes from someone's point of view. And with media literacy, it will help us see multiple perspective of a story. And we can recognize biases, and it will help us understand various perspectives, and then we can form a well-informed opinions. And aside from that, media literacy can also help individuals create media responsibly with proper communication skills. it is important that we understand how to communicate clearly and ethically when making our own media. And if we have if we are media literate individuals, we will ensure that the messages that we create are truthful and does not promote or does not spread misinformation. Aside from that, um, another role of media literacy is it helps individuals understand the media's role in shaping culture and society. It is because nowadays media influences our thoughts, our opinions, and even our culture. And knowing this will help us make informed decision. And lastly, media literacy it helps individuals identify the author's intent to make informed opinions or to make informed choices. It is because knowing what a message was created will help understanding its purpose, whether it's meant to inform, to persuade, or entertain, and even promote a agenda. With media literacy, we learn to ask, why was this created? Or what is the goal behind this information? So, yeah, those are the roles that the media literacy play in our lives or in an individual's life. And now let's proceed with social media. So, what is social media? It refers to websites and platforms that connect people and involve user generated content. It is often called the Web 2.0, and it is really a powerful tool for communication, marketing, and networking. So, it is really undeniable that social media is everywhere. It includes platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Now, these websites, it allows us to connect with others, share information, share content, and express our ideas. And and that and that makes social media a really great tool for communication, but it also has risk like um, the very common misinformation, privacy concerns, and even cyberbullying. Now, that is why media literacy is very important, as it will help us navigate through social media safely and responsibly. And there are actually types of social media websites, and we will discuss that. First, we have social media news and websites. It is a platform that includes Reddit and Dig that allows the users to create news and discuss trending topics. Aside from that, we also have networking websites. With networking websites, very common is Facebook and LinkedIn. It is where it is where the users build social and professional connections. And aside from that, we also have photo and video sharing, photo and video sharing websites. We have Instagram, Pinterest, and what else? Facebook, which the users use to upload or to update their friends about their lives. And for video sharing, we have which is the very common, and that is YouTube. And with that, those websites they use or they allow the users to upload and share visual contents. And we also have microblogging and blogging. Now, these websites it allows the users to post short updates and keep up with what your friends are posting. A very common example of microblogging is Twitter, which is a popular site for quick and short updates. And another one is the Snapchat, which is similar to Twitter but it is video based. And lastly, we have the review websites. Platforms like Amazon and eBay let users share their product and services review so that it will also help other purchasers or other users in their purchasing decisions. And to proceed, let us now talk about the media and information literacy, or the MIL. Now, with MIL, it is actually a set of competencies that enables us or enables individuals to access, evaluate, and use media and information ethically and effectively. Now, according to the UNESCO, MIL, or the Media Information Literacy, um, it teaches us how to search for reliable informations, analyze messages, and contribute responsibly online. It also promotes ethical behaviors, of course, and the digital rights, and lastly, the freedom of expression. And there are actually three aspects of MIL, or the Media Information Literacy. So let's dive into that. First area or key aspect is the technical skills. It refers to the usage of devices, computers, and other media tools. It is the knowing of how to use computers, phones, and yun nga, other digital tools. So another aspect, or the second aspect of media and information literacy, is the critical attitudes. It refers to the questioning and analyzing of media's credibility. Now, it is important that we ask questions, we ask the right questions, and we check the resources before believing something we see online. And the last aspect of media and information literacy is understanding ICT, or the information and communication technology. It is all about knowing the media's impact and societal role. So basically, it means that recognizing how the media influences the people and society. So after all of that discussion about media literacy, social media, and media and information literacy, let us now proceed to the very core of this discussion, and that is the integration of media literacy in the curriculum, or in teaching in elementary students. Now, even though media literacy is really important, that is undeniable, it's not always taught in schools because of the problems like some teachers don't have the right trainings, some schools they don't have the technologies needed, and many other. But adding media literacy in teaching or in education can really help the students to think more critically and become more responsible digital citizens. Now, here are ways to integrate media literacy in schools. So, as future educators, here are the ways that we can include media literacy in the class. So, first is to teach students how to evaluate media content. We can encourage them to think about who created the message and why. Next is to guide students on finding trusted digital sources, or we can show them how to find trustworthy information online. Like for example, kagaya ng ginagawa ni Ma'am Tinoy, di ba? With our research-based reflection, she suggested using Google Scholar or yung ERIC na website as a source for trusted journals. Parang ganon. And aside from that, we can compare and contrast various media sources. Like, we can discuss how different outlets cover the same story. So, parang ganon. Next is, we can examine advertising tactics and persuasion methods. So we can show the students how ads use persuasion and how it influence the buyer's choices, parang ganon, or yung mismong choices nila. And lastly is that we can encourage the students to make their own media projects. So we can let them make their own presentations, videos or blogs to apply what they have learned in the class, or just to apply and to show what they have learned about media literacy. Now, according to Hobbs and Frost in 1994, a media literate students develop skills such as reflecting on their own media consumption habits. So, what I am going to discuss right now is the media skills development in elementary students. So, first is reflecting on their media consumption habits. The students will be able to think about how media affects their daily lives. And next is identifying the author's intent and purpose behind media messages, meaning understanding why the media messages or why those media are created, and for the students to recognize any existence of bias. And aside from that, a media literate students develop skills such as being able to analyze the bias, stereotyping, and omission in the content. This means spotting those common patterns and any possible false information in the media. And aside from that, understanding how media economics influence advertising and content. It basically means learning how companies make money through media. And with that, if the students understand that, they would become aware how could the media could how media could possibly manipulate them into buying things that they don't actually need. So if they are a media literate students, they can avoid that. And lastly is to use media tools for personal expression and advocacy. It basically means that the students make sure that the media they create is accurate and ethical. Now, to conclude our discussion in media literacy, media literacy is really a must-have skills in today's world. It is because it helps us to think critically, to avoid misinformation, and to use media responsibly. Now, by adding media literacy to education, we can prepare the students to make informed choices and become a responsible digital citizens in the future and even in the present. And by integrating media literacy in education, we can better prepare the students to be thoughtful and informed digital citizens. And that includes our discussion in media literacy. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have questions, just ask after the video. So thank you and goodbye.